Good morning, Todd.
I,
Oh, there's a lot of discussion already in the
yeah,
chat here.
for one, that started all off. Last of Us season 2, the rating just went down.
I seen something about that this morning. It looks like this last episode is getting a review bumped or
Or,
something.
I mean, it was also the episode that killed Joel in episode
Oh,
2.
was it? See, I thought it
Yeah,
was just this one. Oh my god,
it's
we're gonna have to look at it.
it's because people wanted them to change it to be its own thing, which
Okay.
would have worked.
No, it absolutely wouldn't. We will get there though. Okay. So first off, let's before we even get into The Last of Us, Gary says I'm going to make a YouTube video of me going on a date with Noodle.
Who?
Who? Also, Noodle? Like I feel like that might get some traction for pure cringe alone, like if you were actually going on a date with a Noodle. But who's Noodle? Come on now. I have no idea. Reviews. Okay. I'm gonna try to look at Rotten Tomatoes. But before we even get into The Last of Us, because I know we're gonna have a lot to discuss there.
Yeah.
We've got just out of nowhere a GTA trailer this morning.
Yep.
Like, how do they in one day, okay? Or like one day last week, whatever, drop a fucking bomb that the game is being delayed, and then 2 days later drop a trailer? Have you seen the trailer yet?
Yeah, I have. And even though they don't really show gameplay, but
Oh no.
but
So it's
that's
a cinematic.
yes, but it looks like there is some gameplay, but it's not like, it's like in cutscene form, kind of.
Okay, so kind of sprinkled in.
Yeah, like that's what they did with the GTA 5 trailer, where they showed cutscenes, but with like gameplay elements to it.
Okay, all right. I'm curious because they're going more Bonnie and Clyde, right? To my
Yeah,
understanding.
yeah,
I think that idea could be really cool, and it takes place
and Vice City.
Florida.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So lots of hillbillies and sister fucking people. All right, that makes
I
sense.
mean, I mean, they actually have Florida, man. And
I mean, I loved that. Like, you just have to put in your birthday, type in Florida man and your birthday. You're going to get something fucking crazy.
yeah.
You're gonna get something crazy. All right, we're gonna take a look at this. Raymond said the trailer is an assault on the wound after the fans. The cutscenes and characters do look cool.
Right. The fans love it. That's the problem you don't understand.
It is kind of crappy.
Yeah, but they've done this shit in the past.
I know, and I said when it was originally delayed, I would much rather have them delay it and have a product that's quality.
Yeah,
Than
like
have it rushed out.
Obviously you're gonna expect glitches and all that. You can't escape that.
Right. That's it's natural anymore.
Yeah.
But like, think about Mortal Kombat. That got rushed out. Think about how many issues that had initially and the balancing. Like I'm not saying it wasn't
Switch one for one.
Well, oh my god. Those were just fucking great to look at, the comparison videos, how bad they are. But like I would much rather let it cook for a minute and get a good product, and it's probably going to be super expensive. People are already expecting that, but
I still don't think it's going to be $100. They would not go that far.
I don't know. It might. I don't know that it will be. Like, I think it's bare minimum going to be 80. Bare fucking minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to pay it. It's
but
GTA.
If they do, blame Nintendo for it.
And then subsequently, right after, Microsoft increased all of their prices.
Yeah, and blame Nintendo for that.
Yeah, and Microsoft was always. What's weird to me is Microsoft was like
always the cheap one.
Yeah, like you could get a quality product, you could get a good remote, you didn't have to spend $80 for a fucking remote. You could get one. Like,
no. And with that, we're talking about Xbox, Gears of War, the very first one,
Oh, it's coming to PlayStation
in August.
That is so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd see the day.
Which means Halo could be coming. Because if you have
I'm not a Halo
Gears,
person, but
it's because
I know
you don't.
Raymond likes it.
Yeah, because you don't understand greatness.
I don't understand first-person shooters, to be fair.
Yeah, and greatness.
Okay, and greatness, but first-person shooters mostly.
Yeah.
All right, let's check this trailer out.
What you doing up there?
I'm just fixing some leaks.
Seriously, dude, you got some time on your hands. I got some properties with paying tenants.
Oh, that's why you came by?
Just go get me my checks.
See, if I was gay.
Love you, Jason.
He said if I was gay. Look at him.
Oh, shit.
I'm here
This
for
is
Lucia
very
Caminos.
cinematic.
She's supposed to be getting out.
What's your name?
Jason Duval.
I seen you here before.
You might have. Hey.
She's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's go.
Hands above your heads now.
You, stay. The new beginnings.
You make the news, isn't it?
Oh, I like it. I like the
Trust me, this place is just the start
feeling.
for us.
Yeah.
The only thing that matters is who you know and what you got.
Holy
You're
shit.
doing it right.
Yo, D, this full effect? You got your name, address.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Here's the thing. We've been playing Lost Records, right?
Yeah.
And it is an absolutely beautiful game. It is downright some of the best graphics I have seen. How does GTA 6 not have as good of graphics as Lost fucking Records by Don't Nod, an indie company?
I'm sorry, but I think they have better.
Oh my god, you're insane.
Okay, if you look at Dead Rising 2 and how those graphics looks compared to this, they look very similar.
Okay, but the facial animation, the structuring, and I'm not saying this looks bad by any means. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But it's GTA 6. It should look fucking perfect.
Yeah, and also to the people that's saying that they're worried about it taking so long, Dead Island 2 almost never got made because I think it was about to get closed or whatever, or it wasn't going to come out, but then it came back. So, and now it's a perfect game, just with a short story.
Right, I know it's shorter. Punk, thank you so much for the hockey emojis. Hockey emoji. Hooded said Tristan is friends with me. She knows greatness. That's right. That's right.
What the quality is.
Robert said Dead Island 2 had a developer change.
Yeah, and that game was supposed to come out like so many years ago. Shit, there was a teaser for it, and it never came out. Where it was just some guy walking around in LA singing "The bomb is about to blow up" and slowly turn into a zombie. That's all it was.
Do you think Dead Island 3 will be a musical?
Fuck no. It better not be.
That's so funny. I'm just saying, like, I think it looks great. The characters look great, but the graphics look great, but I don't know. Maybe I expected too much. Let's keep watching. I'm reserving judgment. Sort of.
You and me, bro. You got this.
We got it.
Say my city, baby. My city, baby.
Come to Phil's Ammunition today.
Oh my
We got
God.
the all out.
We got the redneck ammunition place.
Hey.
I fucking love it. Does the main character kind of look like the guy that played Gambit?
Hey, if you got
A
friends,
bit, yeah.
please.
There was some gameplay in there, but
Right.
like I said,
sprinkled in.
it's snippets. Yeah,
I think it looks good. I will say I like the first trailer more.
yeah.
I know they're giving us more of the story with this. I don't feel like they hit it off with the music as much with this trailer.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe it's just they. You know what it is. Actually,
Mm.
I'm being picky because it was a sour taste in my mouth from them delaying it. I think
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
See, what's funny is that for the GTA 5 trailer, and the first time in history there was 3 characters, and they have different personalities. So
For 5,
yeah, for 5,
I fucking love 5. It's I can still go back to 5 and just
Yeah.
look around.
and with 5, for the trailers, they had trailers for each character, and they had each song play for each character.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, like
That's
obviously,
actually a really cool idea.
yeah.
Fucking Trevor. Trevor was the best. Come on now.
Franklin was the second best.
Trevor was so, and then have him in the Walking Dead. It was like perfect.
Yeah,
It was so
it's
perfect.
really strange.
I think I'm on the same wavelength as Krista. I would love to have more gameplay, but I'm definitely interested.
My only worry is that nowadays with open world games, they can be very cringy. Saints Row Remastered for
Okay, you can't compare. Right.
Even
You can't
though I
compare
defend that
GTA to
game.
Saints Row.
you
I mean, you
can,
can, but
but different genres.
yes, exactly. I mean, similar enough, but like GTA is the gold standard where that feels
Yeah.
more like the off brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even I defend the Saints Row Remastered, not for the dialogue, but for the gameplay.
Raymond says the cinematics look great. The 2 main characters look like fun characters, but I need real gameplay before I join the hype train. Until then, Gears of War Reloaded is what I'm most excited for. I 100%.
See,
I can't believe whether it is a day where it is coming to PlayStation and we're getting Gears of. I'm excited.
see, okay. When they said Gears of War Reloaded, I thought that was a fucking game, not like something that was from. Like I thought it was an actual game because it said Reloaded Remastered,
Right.
and when I looked at it, there was no games that said Reloaded. It was just the first one.
Right. I mean,
So-
but it's the fact that it's actually coming to a PlayStation console.
Yeah,
It's gonna have a new audience and be able to. People are gonna be able to experience in it in a different way.
yeah.
I mean, for me, the Gears of War games were so emotionally tolling that they're still some of my favorite games.
I've only seen gameplay from 4.
Oh wait, you've never played Gears? Oh,
Yeah, because
you
I never
gotta
had
check
an
it out when it
Xbox.
comes. Oh yeah, duh. See, now you can check it out
Mhm.
when it comes to PlayStation and experience it all for yourself. See, perfect.
Yeah, but now, before we start talking about Last of Us, I do want to talk about this whole movie production tariff thing. That's
Oh, what we were
real.
talking about yesterday, the 100% tariffs on movies outside of
Yeah.
the US.
I'm worried.
I mean, naturally, because a lot of movies will go to Canada or here to film or there to film because they get tax write-offs that help with budget.
Yeah.
And there are some things you can't film in the US. If you have a movie that is like a world travel movie, right? It takes place in Ireland. You can't film that in the US. How does it make sense for him to try to tariff if it even happens. Mind you, it's
Yeah.
Trump. He talks out of both ends.
Like
But-
even like Fantastic Four, I had no idea that it was filming in London.
Oh, I
Like-
had no idea.
Yeah. But I mean, as long as stuff actually gets made here that's fair, like I want to see more Godzilla movies, but it's
Mhm.
hard because he's a Japanese
Mhm.
icon. So
That's exactly what I mean.
yeah.
Movies right now to go for one person is, I don't even know, $15 probably.
Yeah.
Can you imagine trying to go see a Godzilla movie if that actually happens? Like, you could not take a family. You just couldn't.
Yeah. Now
Too much.
another
Like,
thing,
but
I mentioned this in your chat like a few days ago, but Stranger Things season 5 teaser is coming on the 31st of May,
I seen there was also a
Wednesday.
well, I watched the Wednesday one. I can't remember her name. The blonde girl. I love her. She's so cute.
Yeah. I love the
Um,
mother.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But there's also a Squid Games
Yeah,
season 3 trailer.
which is coming out in August.
I'm more excited for is there a release date for Stranger Things yet?
Not yet, but it's rumored that it's going to be in September or November and October.
They're absolutely gonna do it in 2 parts, aren't they? That's
Yeah.
what Netflix has been doing.
I mean, they're doing it with Wednesday.
They're doing it with Wednesday. They're doing it with Sandman. That kind of seems to be they did it with Arcane. Well, 3 parts.
Mhm.
But Wednesday's July, isn't it? I think it's in July.
I think it's in August and then September.
Oh my God. Crystal is
Mhm.
absolute. Holy shit. 1860 for Thunderbolts. Imagine if the tariffs actually did happen. Holy
Yeah.
crap.
I
That's
enjoy
insane.
Thunderbolts.
I basically heard the spoilers. I still want to see it myself,
Yeah,
but I know a lot of people are saying it's kind of not doing great in the box office.
yeah, but that doesn't mean it's not doing well rating wise.
Oh, it's doing like
Yeah,
really well. For the first time in a while, it's doing really well.
yeah. And now, for some reason, they're kind of spoiling the actual movie now because I don't know if you've seen pictures, but they're calling
Yep,
it
I
the
seen
new
one today.
Avenger.
Uh Spoilers warning for anybody.
Well,
I've seen a picture
people-
today on a thumbnail,
Yeah,
and that's fucked up. Like they
Yeah.
didn't even let people have more than a week to see the movie before they're actually I think I seen it on well, I don't think it was an official Marvel thing. Now that I think about it, I think it was like on a Geeks and Gamers, one of those type people's. But they may have official promos out there.
and Avengers Doomsday looks really interesting.
Yeah, but isn't this kind of setting the foundation for that anyways?
Yeah, and it's already hinting at something. I'm not going to say what, but I'm not going to say who's hinting. But if
I
people see
mean,
the movie, they already
I
know.
would know. Wait,
Yeah.
I know that there's I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm trying to think in my head, but I have no idea what you're talking about. I still want. Is there hints about, without giving spoilers? Is there hints about how the idea of Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom is going to come to life, or is that completely left alone?
I think that's going to be saved for the Fantastic Four movie.
Okay,
that would make sense.
that makes way more sense. A different
Now,
universe.
I don't know if you've heard, but the one of the people that was writing the X-Men comics,
Mhm. Claremont.
yeah, he said some things like about how Robert Downey Jr. is rumored to play multiple people, even in Iron Man. Captain America is going to play a Cap, but
What?
evil. Wanda is supposed to be a good Scarlet Witch. Sight, whatever her name is, she was in Deadpool 2. The Megasonic Teenage Warhead's
Oh
girlfriend.
yeah. I forget her name. I know you're talking about though. I can see her face.
Yeah, and Wolverine kills someone important.
Wait, so all of this came from Chris Claremont?
Yeah, he just said something, but it's rumored to not be true, or even if it is. But if it is, I feel like Marvel would sue him or whatever.
No, I don't think they'd sue. It's Chris fucking Claremont. Like he
Yeah.
is the father of Marvel, but he also could be talking out his ass. I mean, we don't know what he's got to say there.
I mean, hey, if Captain America does come back, I'm all in for it.
Like Steve Rogers, because there is a Captain America. It's Falcon.
Yeah, I mean, and also I guess you could say the one from Winter Soldier and Falcon. That one.
Oh, yeah,
U.S. Agent
Torres or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, U.S. Agent.
U.S. Agent. Yeah. Robert, thank you so much. You said, by the way, Tris, still waiting to hear from you about PTN, or are you dodging because you don't want to go over Turtles? LMAO. I mean, I don't blame you. If you really don't want to talk Turtles, we can go over something else. You know, I've got so many options. No. Turtles is completely fine. I was just, before I told you a time, making sure that I didn't have to like cancel on you or anything like that. Also, Robert got an interview, he told me yesterday, with Mark Wade, so that's really cool.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this.
The Last of Us! I have been waiting
I got some things to say.
To murder you with words on The Last of Us.
I got some things to come back with all the shit that you've been saying.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so hold on. We've got 4 episodes so far, right?
Yeah. Now, what did you think of the last episode, episode 4?
Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen The Last of Us, just warning here. I really did enjoy it. I fucking love. It was like a little teeny thing that made me laugh so hard, and it was they were like, why do they like rainbows so much? And it's a pride thing.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know, maybe they're just optimists. Like,
yeah,
that little, I know that was so goofy because they were like trying to, it was cute. I thought it was a really good way to talk about that.
Yeah.
I was really worried, and I don't know why. I should have been worried. But in the episode before, when they're laying in the tent, Dina and Ellie, she said about her being straight. And I was a little worried that they were going to straight wash her. And I was like, that would have been dumb, right?
Look, personally, I have no problems with characters being gay. But personally, I feel like that Jesse and Dina could have worked.
But if she said he's not the one. So how could that have worked?
I mean, we never seen it done, and they've been making some really big changes. So I mean, and how is really Ellie the one when she just met her a few years ago?
Right, a few years ago. Have you ever heard of Love at First Sight?
I mean, yeah, but I think Dina and Jesse have known each other for years.
Right. Absolutely they have.
So
but
I mean,
that doesn't mean, like, I like Jesse a lot. I think he's a great fucking character. I think he does like the actor, everything. I think he does a good job. But if it's not there, it's not there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Again, I don't really care if they're gay or not. I don't really care. It's just maybe they could have switched something up.
Why?
To make it, I guess, more interesting. Because, for example, the homophobic asshole, in the game, he tried to have redemption, but, he never showed up.
In his own way. Yeah.
Yeah, in the show, he kind of had a bit of a redemption arc.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed we didn't hear the bigot sandwiches line, right?
Yeah.
But they did make him like
kind of redeemable.
Yes, not redeemable, but at least you can tell he's got a heart, that he cares, that Joel meant a lot to him. Yeah. Now, I need to know your feelings on this. Because
Hmm.
I know I've made it very clear with mine. The attack on the base on Jackson, that was fucking stupid.
I loved it.
Oh, do you realize that in the game, Joel was the one that died?
I
The
know.
center focus was on Joel.
I
Now,
know.
so many people died. Joel's death is inconsequential because
Yes,
so many
but
other moms and dads and kids and people died.
yeah, I get it, but Joel was the one I think that hit the most because in all reality, the people that died, they
To
were
the
kind of
character, to the characters that we're
yeah,
invested in, but to the city, we don't know that it was
yeah.
Joel.
But I
It,
just
it
like
makes
it
his death
because
less impactful.
yeah, but to me, it also makes me enjoy the city more because it makes it feel like they're not invincible. They're it's okay to take a risk with losing people
Sure.
because
And that's fun, but that was an attack from
yeah,
the zombies,
yeah,
right?
or infected, yeah,
The
'cause-
infected, right?
yeah,
But that in the game, you're looking at one character that died, one character throughout everybody's story.
which
In
the show did it better.
oh my god, absolutely not. They made Joel's death not matter.
Yeah, but it hurt.
Compared Oh, for sure. I'm not saying it didn't hurt, but it didn't matter because he wasn't the only one that died.
I know, but
He wasn't
and
the only one that died. So
I
what
like
was
the
the point of
switch up.
that?
I mean, I don't know, but I think they were also doing that to prove people wrong about the infected not being a bigger threat in season 1. Because
I
in
mean,
season
clearly
2,
they're a threat.
yeah, but there wasn't that many.
Yeah, but that's kind of how it is with zombie shows, right? A lot of
Yeah.
the times the threat is the other people.
Yeah,
And
and
it's different with gameplay because you're actually you're actually controlling it. It's a little harder to do for a show, but
yeah,
don't you
And-
see my point though?
yeah.
When I'm
I
telling
do.
you, like, one, it seemed like something that wasn't necessary. And then there was
Yeah.
that big time skip. Like
Yeah.
she was in the hospital for what, 3 months?
Yeah.
Instead of having it be like right after Joel's death.
I mean, they need some time. Like shit.
I know, but when it was right after Joel's death, it
Yeah.
was emotionally raw as
Yeah.
compared to it had time to settle in the show. And that's one of the things I think that's probably for me the worst change in the show. Like there are a lot of real I fucking love Dina. Her actress is great. There are a lot of
Yeah.
things she brings to the role, like, but that change to me was dumb.
Yeah. And about that, I still think Dina in the show is better in the game because she has more to do, and they kind of change her up a bit with her having more a bit of a relationship with Joel.
Yeah, I think that was a great little change there because she looked up to him. It was clear.
And with that, with Joel's death, I love what they did because in the game, Tommy was so fucking stupid. Tommy
Wait.
would not do that.
Oh,
Like-
you mean say, "Hey, I'm Tommy"?
Yeah, and calling it his name to the others. Like,
I think the way they did it in the show where Dina doesn't know Abby's there and yells.
yeah, that's much better.
That's a much better. Yeah, I will agree with you on that. I don't hate it in the game, but I think it's so much smarter in the show.
Yeah, because in reality, you wouldn't just call someone's name that you know in a group of strangers. You would either
No,
use
but
fake
she didn't
names.
know in the show that
Yeah.
Abby was even there.
Yeah,
I think that was a really good change. And there was a lot of criticism initially when the game came out that wouldn't happen. Like he just wouldn't say, "Hey, I'm Tommy.
he
This is my
wouldn't.
brother Joel." You know what I mean?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
I mean, you remember in the first game when that's how they did the oh my god, what's the little boy's name? And his brother.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that one.
Ellie accidentally says Joel's name when
Well,
they're jumping through the window. So I
yeah,
think they took that and implemented it in the show, and it actually worked out way better.
yeah, but I mean, with it's like people that's hunting you, it makes a bit more sense why you would not call your brother out with
Right.
if it's the person that they're hunting.
Right, but if like with Dina, she had no idea, so she just said
Yeah.
his name nonchalantly, not thinking. You know what I mean? Like it made so much more sense.
Yeah. And no offense, but I like the switch up with Dina being there instead of Tommy,
Why?
because I think personally, if Tommy wasn't there, the whole city would get overrun.
Right, but
Yeah.
that city didn't need to be attacked.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like seeing a bloater
okay,
again.
yes, but I don't mind the switch up with Dina being there. I don't think it's a bad switch up or anything.
Yeah.
I do feel like Tommy's role in it is pretty much none so far.
Yeah. I mean,
He's kind of
look,
useless.
yeah. I mean, if I remember, the whole reason why that whole thing started was because there was not mold, but some vines growing in the pipes.
In the wasn't it in the
First
water
episode.
things?
Yeah, in the pipes when
Yeah,
they cracked
the
it open.
pipes.
Yeah. And that attracted the horde.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Because I think someone stepped on it and it
Yep,
triggered
and
the horde. Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense, but like I don't like that change. What do you think about how she okay, two-part question here. This last episode, she gets bit right in front of Dina. And then it ends up coming out that Dina is pregnant. How do you like how they handled that?
I like it. Because, yeah, I know Joel's whole thing was don't reveal it to people because you never know how they're going to react. But Ellie had to do something. You know?
I want to show this because this is how she initially reacted.
I think I'm pregnant. What? Don't worry, it's not yours.
I still
What
love
do we
Dina.
What are we supposed to do now? Nothing. I just need to rest for a second. Are you fucking kidding? How long have you known?
I never
It's
liked
late
her
a few
reaction.
Weeks ago. A few weeks? We could
I
have.
mean,
We could have still turned back. I didn't know.
I mean, I know it's shock, but I never
I
really
wasn't
cared
sure,
for it.
Okay, I didn't want to be a burden. Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
Calling her a burden? I was waiting for it.
yeah.
Now, in the show, it's so fucking cute because she goes, I'm going to be
She's
a
happy.
daddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a daddy.
Also,
I fucking loved it.
Also, if I remember, they didn't kill Shimmer in the show,
Not yet.
but
You need
doesn't
to walk across that bridge.
wait, hang on, but don't they arrive at the theater after Shimmer was killed?
Yes? Is
Yeah, they-
Shimmer going to live?
Because they also didn't kill what's the name? The guy that spit on Joel, called him Pendejo. Yeah, Manny.
Not yet.
Because that's how they get
They were
captured.
supposed. Okay, hold on. Does Manny die in the radio tower where you find all the scars that was in this last episode? I can't remember if it's there or if Manny. I know or maybe it's the next location Manny dies.
Honestly, it's been forever since I played the game because I played it twice. I can't remember.
I need to play it again. It's so good. Actually, you're right though about Shimmer because right before they find the scars,
Yeah.
no, it's the next location because The bridge blows up. Dina gets taken, and you have to break in. Oh shit! And then I know, and I played this game so many fucking times.
And you told me you were a damn expert.
I am a damn expert. I love this game. But I do think the reaction in the show was a lot better, and they finally got to have their love scene. It wasn't when they were smoking weed, but we got to see him go for it.
Look, I'm fine with sex scenes. I'm fine with them, but especially in the game, fucking Abby and Owen. Like,
that was not a love scene. That was a hate fuck scene. That was not a good scene. That was
And you said you were fine with it.
I am fine with it. It's just not a. It's not a like. Oh,
It
they're so
wasn't-
cute making love scene like this one was.
Okay, what didn't really need to be added, honestly. It just didn't make sense.
No, it didn't. It really didn't. And it's such a meme at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's such a weird. It was weird. It was weird. I don't love the scene.
I still think Caitlin Denver is doing a really good Abby. I don't care what anyone
Oh
says.
my god. Okay, we have to talk about this, right? We have to talk. Okay, so Abby is not going to be in the rest of the season. Kidding about Garen fucking Tia. They're in Seattle day one, right? That's what this episode was called. There are 3 episodes left. You know what this is going to end with, right?
I think
Where
possibly with Abby arriving at the theater.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking. Where Jesse gets shot.
Yeah.
And then you switch over to Abby, and season 3 is going to be Abby's day 1 and 2. You know what I'm saying?
My only gripe is I fucking hope we don't get season 3 all with Abby, because that was my main fucking thing I did not like in the game. Because it's supposed to be Ellie's story. She's on the main cover, but Abby isn't. And she takes up like 17 hours of the game. Well, Ellie gets like 3 hours.
Oh,
Yeah.
It is not 3 hours. It is so even.
No. Abby gets like, I think like 50 or 60%, while Ellie gets like 40%.
Okay, that may be a little bit more. Robert has a question. This is a good one. How do you think they'll handle the Rat King? All CGI, all practical? I think it'll be a mix. They have to do the Rat King, right? There's no fucking way around the Rat King. It is one of the hardest fucking fights in the game, but also it's so fucking fun. So that'll be as Abby. Wait, hold on. I'm thinking. Oh my god, it's been too long. I need to play the game again. When you're getting medical supplies.
Yeah, that's when she met with. That's when she met with Laura.
Yes. Okay. So that I can about guarantee. I would bet money we're not even getting Rat King this season.
Yeah.
There's no way, because if they do the rest of Seattle through Ellie's story, the next time we're gonna see Abby is the last episode, and that's gonna be it.
I mean, yeah. I'm also wondering how they're gonna. I'm wondering how they're gonna kill Owen and what's the chick's name? Mel.
Mel.
Because
I really hope the same way.
Well, okay. I don't know if you noticed, but when Joel was getting beaten, which I'm sorry, I loved more than getting hit with a fucking golf club. But if you looked at Mel, she was actually crying.
You know who that is, right?
No.
Okay, have you ever watched Runaways?
Nope.
Oh my god, it's Gert from the Runaways. And yeah, she did a fan-fucking-tastic job showing like her disgust.
Like
for what was going on.
Like even if you looked at everyone, they were kind of uncomfortable with what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looked
Even
like they were
Owen to some degree.
Yeah, but the reason why Mel was kind of crying is because the actress herself actually did it on purpose, because she didn't like the scene. Honestly, she thought it was too sad.
I will say I'm a crybaby naturally. I did not cry at that part, but I did cry at yesterday's episode.
How? Because like they made it fucking brutal.
Okay. And they acted the hell out of it. They did a
Yeah.
great job.
And to all
Because
the
I've been desensitized to that scene because I've seen it and played it so many times. But
yeah,
there has been forever since I've loved this game. There's one scene in the game that gets me every time. And they did it fucking perfect yesterday. Perfect. Take On Me. So good. And Dina's like reaction to her singing and the fact that they she has a terrible voice, but she did a great job with it. Like,
yeah,
oh my God, I immediately like got that welling up feeling inside. Oh, it was so
yeah.
good. It was so good.
Wasn't that supposed to be like a secret thing you could do?
It is.
And
Yeah, you don't, that's optional.
yeah. I heard
And
about it from someone reacting to it.
It is the best scene in the entire game. That whole music shop, you don't have to go through it. So you can play the whole game from start to finish and never experience that scene. And the fact that they put it in and they fucking nailed it, and they nailed Dina's reaction, like I was looking at her face and just welling up myself. Like it was perfect. I was so impressed.
Now, you got to hear me out on this.
Oh no.
I like the Scars introduction.
Okay.
I know it's early. I know.
Right.
But it's kind of, I know they're trying to, I guess, humanize them, but to me they're not.
I thought they were at first. Now they did a little bit and they're showing both sides of it, right? Like
Yeah.
Isaac Jeffrey Wright.
He was good.
Oh my God, that opening scene where he's working for Fedra and he turns around and puts the fucking grenades in. Oh my God.
Oh,
fucking spectacular.
With that scene, do you remember that cameo that I was telling you about? Or that I wasn't really?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the people in the van was the dude from Drake and Josh.
Yeah, you know what? I wondered if that was him because he's got a very recognizable face.
Like from the dude that I was reacting from, he kept on saying the name, and the more I listened to his voice, it sounded just like him, and I had to look it up.
And he died very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was really good though.
See,
and then they had the guy that went with him. Did you notice when they were torturing the Scar? They had him standing outside guard.
Yeah.
Like, dude was butt-ass naked.
I'm surprised.
I mean, it's lore accurate, but like...
I mean, we saw dick and ass.
Like, totally. And the Scar was fucking brutal. Like, the one time where he's heating up the pan and he turns around, and he has his hand out to get burnt. I thought that was really good. Like, it shows how brutal they are.
Like, I think, in my personal opinion, I think they're trying to more villainize the Fedra more. Because, like, I think with them introduction to Scars, I think that's their first time interacting. And that's the reason why they're attacking.
Okay, but it's supposed to be more like a civil war, right? Like a constant back and forth fight. But I thought at first when they did the initial scene, that they were gonna make the Scars more the victims.
Yeah.
And because that, like with the little girl, it was really cute. She wanted a hammer, and then
I'm shocked they actually killed a kid.
Like brutally.
Like I know they killed Joel's kid, but that was more like of a teen. This was an actual kid,
an actual fucking child.
Yeah, and I thought it was Abby at first that was doing the whole thing.
Oh, wait, okay. So Samuel emailed me this. Tommy kills Manny. I
Hmm.
forgot about this. When they walk through,
Oh yeah.
yep, and that's how Manny dies. I liked Manny a lot, actually.
Then-
I was kind that death kind of sucked.
Then who calls Joel a pendejo? Because Ellie stabs him in the neck when saving Nora after they get captured.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't remember his name. Probably because it was he's a super side character. But
Yeah.
I like Manny a lot. He didn't have to die.
Yeah.
But so at the end of this last episode, right? You see they're on the roof and the building's blowing up in the distance. Do you think that's Tommy?
Yes and no. I think it could be
Explain the no.
Pedro
Okay.
because it could just be, zombie like the infected hideouts,
Right.
or it could be the scars because they're smart too.
And they operate in the sky, basically.
Yeah. Or it could just be Tommy.
I
Who knows?
really, really hope it's Tommy. Because if not, I feel like they're going to push him to the side, which is a shame because Tommy's such a good character. I think it's got to be Tommy because you've got to have that scene and then you've got to go to the lighthouse and have the little fight with Tommy. Like, it's got to be.
Now, Neil Druckmann did say that there was going to be a scene in, I think, season 2 that there was going to be a really brutal scene. And people
More
are
brutal
theorizing
than Joel's death?
maybe in a more disturbing scene.
It's got to be Mel, right?
Or it could be Nora. Because that was pretty disturbing.
You know what? That was a good one because you had to physically press the button to murder her.
I thought you
and
couldn't.
beat her. Yeah.
Because, letting the bitch turn, that was a more revenge way to go out. Because she fucking deserved it.
Nora?
Yeah. She
You
was
chased
being
her?
a cunt.
Well, yeah, of course she was. But you chase her and you get down to the bottom where all the spores are and she can't handle it anymore and Ellie can. And then you have to take her out.
Yeah, but I think just leaving her come in and infected would have been better.
Would have been a better way to go.
Yeah, because she was being a dumbass and telling Ellie to her face that Joel was screaming like a bitch.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah, like you're gonna die either way.
I mean, I think she knew what she was doing. Did Abby use a 9-iron or a putter? I don't know golf things. I just know
that it was brutal.
It was brutal. It was in a good I really wish, I hope that she does get a little muscular. Do you understand why though?
Okay. A little, but I think with her not being muscular, it's okay because you can see that she can kill someone just with her bare hands.
Right, and so can Ellie. But my thing was when the game came out, a lot of people were upset.
Like it looked a bit cartoonish, I'm sorry.
Huh?
Like it just looked a bit weird.
Aren't you a wrestling person? Don't all the girls look like that?
Yeah, I know, but like in game, I don't know, just it looked a bit weird. Not saying I'm a big fan of it, or I'm not. It's just it looked a bit weird.
My thing is for years people dogged on how Abby looked, her muscles specifically. And then you had people like me, like, no, Abby's a great character. This is, defending her look, and then to have them completely change it kind of seems fucked up. And I get in live action, it's different. I get that. But we were literally defending Muscle Mommy for years to have you take it away.
Yeah, but I think they're trying to also do more of a realism to it a bit.
But it was realistic in the game, right? Like,
yeah.
because we saw the giant gym that the wolves had. We saw her eating regimen. We saw why she was lifting, why she was doing what she was doing. I mean, they tried to ground it in reality as much as possible.
Yeah. See, now you may hate what I'm gonna say, but I fucking hope they actually, kill her this time.
No.
Because
Why would they do that, Todd?
because it's the whole point of the game, of whole Ellie's plan.
No, it's not. You missed the whole point of the game then.
Like, I know it's all about revenge and all that, but it can still be about revenge and still kill her. I mean, look at Scorpion. What did he do?
Oh, okay. That is very different.
I know.
But that is not the point of The Last of Us Part 2. It is revenge. You think that's what it is, right? But it's you think it's revenge and retribution, obsession, those kind of things, right? But it's more about forgiveness and ending the cycle. It's more about how cynical violence can be if it's just constantly done over and over again.
Yeah.
How violence breeds more violence. It's not about revenge, right? You've got to look past that. That's why she didn't kill her, because it's not about revenge by the end.
Yeah. I mean, I just wish that, because, yeah, like you said, it's about forgiveness also, but I kind of wish Abby also forgave
Joel?
About what Joel did and kind of accepted it a bit from all this
He
time.
killed her father.
And
Killed everybody.
yeah,
in the hospital.
But the thing is, my problem is that I know he killed her father, but I feel like that she should know that the possibility of a cure probably wouldn't work, because one, how would it work on a
But
bloater?
she doesn't know that. Her father was the
I
one
know.
getting that cure, so she believed in her dad, right?
Yeah. Also, wasn't there other children that was immune that they could have used?
No. There was
Because-
other experiments, but there was none that were immune like Abby.
Because
Ellie.
in season 1, there was a kid that was infected, but he didn't show any signs of, of
Is
turning.
that the one that they killed? Like,
Yeah.
Right in the beginning? Yeah, I do remember that. I think they just killed him before he turned. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to look again. Robert has a question. He says, what drastic changes can you guys predict they will make, if any?
I think they might change. I think they might change the end of season 3.
You mean
The pillar.
actually not killing her, or actually killing her?
Well, I think it's either two ways. Either they do or don't, or they try and do something else that kind of reconciles it completely.
I don't think that they're going to change that. Abby's gonna live. I don't think that's gonna be a big change. I think it negates the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
If that happens, I'm trying to think. Other big changes that they could. I don't want them I don't want to see them make a bunch of big changes.
Yeah, but they're going to.
But what could they change?
I mean, they could, because I know a lot of people were also complaining about how lengthy Abby was in her part, so they might tone down her section. Because there was.
Can't do that to me.
Because, look, there was way too many flashbacks in part 2. Way too many.
What? The flashbacks with Joel and Ellie, and then
Yes.
with Tommy? What?
Okay, that
Oh my god! Now we're
Fine.
gonna fight.
it was mostly because look, I liked how they introduced Abby in the show more than the game, because in the game she just came out of fucking nowhere.
Right.
Well,
That's
in the
point.
show, they introduced her and gave her a reason
The
for
point
what
of
to
playing
do.
as Abby is to get to know her, is to get to know that story. They had to spell it out in the show like we were fucking stupid.
Yes, but
You know
it was
what I
also
mean?
but it was also for the people who didn't play the game.
I mean, yeah, that is a fair point.
And
Everyone should play the game. They know better.
not everyone, because honestly, part 2 story was kind of ass. But
Oh my god, it's one of the top 5 video games ever created. But anyways,
no,
go ahead.
but for Abby, because they kept on going back to her fucking childhood for no reason. Like,
Right.
with her
So we
and
could get to
Owen-
know her.
With her and Owen, that was kind of useless.
No, it wasn't. Oh, it was so cute. We got to know them.
Yeah, but that was kind of pointless.
Oh, you know what? This is actually a good reminder. Lev.
Yeah, Lev and her sister.
Huh? A
Doesn't
Lev
Lev-
sister? Yes.
Yeah,
Isaac kills her.
actually, no. Isaac's men kill her.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but-
I don't think we're gonna see Lev this season.
do they have an actor for it? For them?
That's actually a really good question. Let me look it up.
Because I know they have an actor for all the characters.
That's a really good question. It says the original actor wants to play Lev. He looks a little too old now.
I
For
mean,
Lev and Yara,
they could just digitally de-age him,
yeah.
which I have
This
something for.
says Lan Alexander has been cast for Lev in Last of Us Season 2, which is the original actor.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's official because that just is a Facebook link.
Yeah,
Which, to be fair, it's probably not. I don't see an official casting for Lev or Yara. It
I mean,
doesn't
they
mean
might-
it's not there, but
because I don't think they started filming season 3 yet,
no.
so they might just be saving that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Lev and Yara have been casted. So yeah, that's season 3. That's definitely a season 3 thing.
Yeah, and I think another big change that, okay, I'm kind of interested to see, because when you first meet Mel, she didn't really look like that she was pregnant when she went to
no,
go
you can't
tourniquet.
hardly tell. I mean, a little
Yeah.
bit, but not really.
Yeah, so in the show, I would honestly be okay with this because it's actually kind of fucked in the game. But I would
It's
be
fucked
okay if Mel isn't pregnant and Ellie does kill her.
I would be okay if Mel is pregnant and Ellie kills her. It's supposed to give her the idea of that could happen to Dina.
Yeah, I mean,
And she had no idea. I mean, she was wearing that big old coat, remember?
yeah, but her stomach was also kind of big too.
Yeah, but it was
But-
really hard to tell. She
Yeah.
had no idea.
See, what they could do is that, yes, she is pregnant, but it doesn't show anything because, at the start, she doesn't show anything until later.
Right.
I have girlfriends, I know.
I think that they will. I don't think they're going to change the pregnancy. They
Yeah.
may not. She may not be showing very much, but I think they're going to keep that the same, just because that was such a pivotal moment
Yeah.
to show Ellie the fucking violence that she's causing at her hands, like that she just killed a fetus.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't
And-
want to. I don't want to see them change that. I really
And
don't.
I like that there's no, actual, I guess you could say, flashbacks.
Okay, so there's one that's up in the air that they're talking about, and we haven't gotten to any yet. You're right; they absolutely have to have the flashback with her going to the space museum and the
Yeah.
like. They have to.
Yeah, because in the trailer they do show that.
See, that's what I mean. I don't think we've gotten there yet, but now another one that's up in the air is that they've kind of hinted at already, the porch scene. Do you think it exists?
The what?
The porch scene where
I
you
thought
talk
they were.
to Joel?
I thought they already did that, but they changed it up.
Well, she just walked by him.
Well, yeah, but it's still the scene.
Yeah, but they haven't showed the scene yet. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking they're gonna save it for like the last episode.
Maybe. I mean, we also didn't get the scene of Abby's dad.
Not yet. That
Yeah.
won't be till season 3. He saves a zebra. And that's really important. Robert said he thinks that they'll have Dina leave Ellie. Wait, I don't think they'll have Dina leave Ellie when she doesn't go all the way with the revenge. I do.
I mean, she
Because
does
you
kind of.
understand.
Yeah.
Like, she begs her to stay.
Yeah,
She just
but
doesn't.
from what I've heard, Tommy at the very end, from what I've heard from reactors who have played the game, they don't like that. From what Tommy does at the very end.
Oh, Tommy's a dick at the end.
Or
Tommy's a
guess
complete
it's-
fucking dick at the end.
Yeah.
The way that he treats Ellie in their home, the way that he's like so fucking shitty about it, about going, and Ellie doesn't, Dina's like, get out of my house because you're doing this all over again. Yeah, he's a complete dick about it.
Yeah, but then Ellie, of course, does it.
Robert said he thinks they'll drop the Abby saying good when told Dina was pregnant, which unlike Ellie, she didn't know about Mel and was disgusted. She does stop herself though. And she does
Yeah.
maybe.
And
that one I could see more likely.
Now, the big thing, I'm actually okay with the Eugene thing and the therapist.
You mean the connection?
Yeah, I'm actually really okay with that.
What do you mean? You like the new character?
Yeah, because obviously I like Catherine O'Hara, or I think that's her name. The chick from Home Alone.
Yeah, I think she did a good job with it. I don't know that we even needed that role, though. What was the point of that role?
To, I guess, explain Eugene a bit more, because he was just some random character that
I know, but Eugene was cool. He had the weed hangout in the library. Like,
yeah, but
he had all the cool shit.
Yeah, but it also doesn't really explain how Eugene died.
Mm-mm.
And in the show, they did it. Which,
In the show, they said Joel had to kill him.
Yeah, which I've heard reviewers say that it could be for two reasons. He either got bit or Eugene found out about Ellie, and then Joel wanted to keep it silent.
But I could see that being a theory, but I didn't see that hinted at all.
Yeah.
I think he just got bit, is my guess, and Joel was there and had to take care of it, and that's why she had that deep resentment for him, because there was nowhere in there did it seem like Eugene ever knew that Ellie was immune.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird seeing her cuss, because, I've only seen her in Home Alone, and she never swore at all.
I liked her character. She's funny.
Yeah. I mean, she is a comedian, so...
Well, I mean, I feel like she was inconsequential to the story to some degree.
Yeah.
But I get why she was there for people that haven't played the game.
Yeah.
So a little bit more like exposition and explanation.
Yeah. Now,
but she did a great job with the role. I love the drunk therapist idea. It was good.
Yeah. Now, the big thing in episode 2, they played a song that was actually sang by Ellie's voice actress.
Oh, wait, what?
At the very end, when Ellie's heading back to Jackson with Joel's body. Oh,
I didn't know that was sang by...
You really did not know?
I had no idea.
Wow. Because that was like her voice was
Oh, now I gotta
singing.
go back and look.
Yeah,
That's fucking cool. What was her name? It's not Ashley Benson. I can't think of her name.
it's Ashley something.
Johnson, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. Yeah,
Joseph said season 1, episode 3 almost killed the series. What?
but
It's like everybody's favorite episode.
no,
The announcement of lesbians in season 2 gave us a guaranteed season 3. There's no announcement. If you played the game, you know that there.
Joseph, we know you support Trump. It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. We know you're Ashley Johnson. Thank you, Tavia. We know your homophobic ways. Notice how he honed in on the queer episode and the lesbians.
Yeah,
Tunnel vision with this one.
yeah.
Tavia, there was no announcements. It's Joseph being Joseph.
Yeah. What else? Season 3.
No, so did you going back? I know we're going back a little bit, but
Well, we're going
did you
all
like
over
that
the place.
episode?
For season 3.
No, for season 1, episode 3 with Bill.
I liked it, but I just feel like the show, in my opinion, should have focused more on Ellie and Joel. Because I feel like they could have saved that, or honestly, didn't really need to kill him until Ellie and Joel meet up again, because he was funny.
He was funny. I did
Yeah.
miss the interactions that Ellie and Bill would have. And
Yeah.
like the picking up the Porto mag. Like I loved that kind of stuff, right? But
Yeah.
I thought that was very different because in the game they end on very bad terms. Like, but
Yeah.
the love story, I cried so much during that episode.
I didn't.
Oh my god, it was such a good love story.
I almost did at Joel's death because they made it worse.
I get it. In the way that Pedro Pascal played it and
Bella, she
Bella
deserves
Ramsey.
a
Oh,
fucking
she's
Emmy.
you know what? And I say it a lot, right? I say that she doesn't look the role, but she
so does-
fucking embodies.
I mean, so does Pascal. He doesn't really
Yeah.
kind of look like Joel. And so does
Oh.
Tommy.
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. But they fucking embody those. I would say Tommy not so much, but the other two, they
Yeah.
get the role down so well. She steals the show. And the fact that actually Dina's actress can steal it from then her is fucking incredible. Everybody's in love with the actress. She's doing such a
Yeah.
good job. She's actually Hot Girl in
Yep,
the
I know.
Superman movie. That's
Yep.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
It's really fucking cool. I wonder if they're going to go to the synagogue for that scene with Dina.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, I would think so. They got to explain a little bit of her heritage too.
Yeah. See, I'm also hoping they don't change Jesse's death. Because I'm sorry, but
No,
Jesse's
they
death.
need to keep it.
I'm sorry, but Jesse's death was also kind of lame and kind
What?
of stupid of him. Because he was the smart guy, but then when he just bashed into the door, he gets shot quickly.
Right.
That's
He didn't
kind
know
of
she was
dumb.
there.
Yeah.
How? How? He didn't know.
Yeah, but you would think that when you hear a noise, you would try and like just not barge in.
That was the shock factor, right? Playing that scene
Yeah.
out for the very first time, you're like, because this Jesse was such a cool fucking character. Like
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
And when I first was watching someone play the game, I thought when Abby kind of glazed Tommy's head, I thought she actually killed him.
Wait.
When they were at the theater,
Yeah. At first, I did too.
which I would have been so pissed if they
Oh my
did
God.
that.
But then you wouldn't have been able to continue the story with Tommy going to the lighthouse. You wouldn't have been able to have that end scene where he goes to the house. It wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Tristan said lesbian is inconsequential. Too much fun. I'm so confused, Joseph. You only make sense 30% of the time.
Joseph, just go back to Saggy. Go back to her streams.
No,
I
I'm
see
so
there all the time.
confused.
Also,
I
you
love
know what's
Saggy.
weird? Saggy doesn't have me as a mod, and I'm friends with you. Kind of weird.
Saggy rocks though.
There's Stranger World.
Wait, what was I? I love Saggy. So do I. No, I love her more, Joseph. Fake fan. Fake friend. No, I'm just kidding.
It's fun.
But wait, what was I saying? Joseph got me confused now. Not
It was
even
something about
surprised.
lesbians.
Oh, how do you think they handled the relationship in this last episode? Besides the telling her pregnant and all of that, and
The finger bang.
finger bang, bang bang.
Yeah.
That was perfect. I thought that was so good.
I liked it because they didn't rush it.
Mhm.
They kind of took it slow at first.
Like they could have rushed it because the scene initially happens earlier in the game. Not only that, they were in the tent together. Like there were opportunities, but they took their time with it.
And you know, with the lead scene, I also like to switch up there too.
Yeah, I think they both actually work. I think they did a really good job with those two. I do think I mean they're destined to break up, but like as of right now, I think they're doing a really good job with it. I am very curious. Wait, what is Softcore Report? Oh, you know what? Actually, comparing it to the I know you probably didn't see it, but Arcane, I think they did a better job with this one. And I like Arcane, their love scene. But I think they did a better job with Ellie and Dina.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How she reacted when she got bit. Holy.
I like
it was
that.
fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Bye, Punk. Thanks for stopping.
Because if you remember, they didn't really do that in the game. Her gas mask broke. And that's how she found out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her fear. That girl can act like a fucking.
That was realistic. Anyone would do that.
Oh my God. In the way. So when she goes, I'm gonna go sit down. I'm gonna go to sleep, and when I wake up, you'll see. Like she's explaining it to her. The way they had the way that they shot that, they had Dina have that big flashlight, and you couldn't see her face a lot of the time. I thought that was so well shot because like it was focusing on what's going to happen with Ellie. If she's going to turn, well, obviously as the audience, we know she's not, but like, I thought that was fucking incredible. And she was so mad. She was like, I would die for you. That's not what's happening, but I would. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I still miss Joel because I feel like their relationship in the show was really fucking good. I just want that back.
There's two parts to that, right?
I know.
The biggest issue that I have is I do think Ellie is a little bit of a brat about the whole thing, right? You understand what he did. You understand why he did it. You also understand that what he did has consequences, right?
Yeah.
But Ellie, the whole time,
is
kind of a bitch about it.
Yeah.
Like,
also,
he saved your life.
Yeah.
And you were put under without any fucking... You had no idea you were never going to wake up. He saved your life, and you're like, you lied to me. Like, that's your biggest worry?
Wait, did they actually do that whole you swore scene?
It was the last scene in the season 1. Now, they haven't done the scene where she runs away and he comes and finds her. But, yeah, they did the whole you swore scene.
Oh.
But the way she reacted to it, I never really cared for how she reacted to it, even in the game. Because I think it's kind of a bratty way.
Yeah.
Like, an unnecessary way.
Yeah. Also, you know that Joel's interaction when he stepped in was different too.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because it's like a minor change, but in the
Mhm.
game he just shoves him, but in the show he actually like puts him down.
Wait, who?
The homophobic asshole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's another way she's a little like he's defending you. And you get fucking pissed at Joel and not the guy that called you the D word. You know what I mean? It's such a weird reaction.
Yeah.
Wait, Saggy. Joseph, who don't you miss? Ellie and now what's her name are the innocent people in the show. Wait, okay. Ellie and Dina is what you're talking about. Are the innocent people in the show? No. They're on a mission to hunt people down. I wouldn't call that innocent. And even in the one part
Abby
in this,
is innocent.
what's that?
Abby isn't innocent.
No, none of them are innocent.
I know.
That's the idea of it. And even in this last episode, they're like, what happens if we run into people? And she doesn't answer, and she's like, understood. Right? The idea that they're going to kill WLF if need be.
Yeah. Because I think they're planning on actually making Ellie do it this time. Like
Ellie, do what?
In the show compared to the game, she's ready. Like she wants to do it. She wants to fucking kill them all. Like in her reaction, she meant it.
Oh yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah, I mean,
I just don't see them like Joseph said as innocent. No way. Nobody's innocent in this world.
Even the doctor, he was not innocent.
No, he was going to kill a young woman that had no idea she was about to die
and gave no consent.
Exactly. So there's no good. There's just nobody good in this show. That's kind of the point.
Yeah, that's why I think Joel is in the right.
See, and I don't disagree with you. In the same situation,
I know Ray does.
100%, I would do the same thing. But that doesn't make him a good person for what he did. He did kill Abby's dad. He did kill the nurses. He did kill everybody on that floor.
Well,
he did kill Marlene.
Nurse.
Didn't he kill the nurses in the game?
Nope. I mean, you could if you really wanted to.
I mean, I did. Come on now. Bloodthirsty.
And, people also made them kill themselves with Abby when she got introduced all the damn time.
I mean, it was kind of funny to do, though.
Yeah. It really was.
So wait, okay. I'm trying to look at these reviews. And where are the reviews bad at? Is it Rotten Tomatoes?
I think it's that one, I think.
This is Rotten Tomatoes. Ellie is heroic. Everyone else can shove it with walnuts. I mean, Ellie rocks.
Yeah, and it should be her story.
It is her story.
Yes.
But just like in the first one, it's not just Ellie's. It's just not Joel's story. It is.
Yes. But my problem is that if you're going to show two characters on the cover, please let that just be them, not someone else that's random. That's my thing.
100%. Okay, it's got to be maybe IMBD.
I think so.
Because this is not doing it.
Yeah. I think IMDb.
Yeah, because I know that it's being review bombed, shockingly enough, right? That doesn't ever happen.
I'm shocked no one's going after Caitlin Denver like they did Haley Bailey.
If you think about it, Ellie and Abby are in the innocent ones. Life brought shit upon them. It wasn't their fault. I mean,
Abby
if anybody...
Abby innocent. Okay.
If anybody in this show is going to be the innocent ones, it's going to be them.
Yeah, but...
Until they cross the line.
Which, I mean, for me personally, Abby kind of crossed the line I know it's for revenge, I know, but kind of killing Joel.
Is that line. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Until they cross the line, yeah, they are. And Ellie, I mean, she kind of crosses the line.
With killing Mel, I think, personally.
Oh, she crossed the line way before that.
Yeah.
I am really bad at finding all these ratings, you guys. I know that they're here.
Or just do Last of Us 2 season 2. I mean, Last of Us season 2 review.
That's episode 4, right?
I think so, yeah.
I know people are. Oh wait, I typed in IMBD. The Last of Us confirms Dina's sexuality. Yes, that was one thing people were worried about.
Yeah, but I didn't really see it as a big thing, really.
No, but okay, I get why. But I think a lot of people were worried, like with that line where she was. It definitely explains it in this last episode because she was like, "My mom said," or she said, "What did she say?" I told my mom I like boys and girls. She said, "No, you like boys." So when she explains it in the previous episode, now it makes sense. But
Yeah.
I am very impatient, and I don't let them cook, and I really should.
Yeah.
Okay, Robert, I'll read what you said, but I was trying to look. Let's type in audience reviews. Maybe we'll get it there. Robert said, okay, for this, Todd, this is not Metal Gear Solid 2 situation where Snake is in it for only 10% of the game. At least Ellie is nearly half of the game. I would argue.
Hey, Robert, I don't play Metal Gear Solid 2. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I couldn't if I tried. I don't think.
Like, okay, I'm gonna do kind of, Red Dead Redemption 2 thing, where you play as Arthur Morgan for about like 50% or I think like 70% of the game, and then you play as John afterwards. That is what I would have wanted from Last of Us Part 2.
Hold on, now I gotta look it up.
Where they heavily focus on Ellie and then Abby at the close to the end.
How many hours do you play as Ellie in The Last of Us Part 2? Okay, so it looks like for Ellie you play as 12 hours. How long do you play as Abby in The Last of Us Part 2?
That looks like 18.
10 to 15. So it's pretty even.
Yeah, but I still think Abby's section is a bit too long. Because it kind of bores you a bit. It's kind of boring. Because I think Ellie is just a bit more fun.
No, I do think that is more of a it's player preference, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like this is the ratings you're looking for. Okay, it looks like Samuel emailed them to me. Okay, so we've got ratings here. So the first episode, so there was a dip in episode 2. Why does that surprise me?
Yeah, I mean, people really wanted Joel to live this time.
Right, but it surprises me that people didn't look. Like, people weren't curious. It is the lowest rated episode, and it is, that's weird.
Yeah.
That's really weird. I mean, at least the ratings went up.
Yeah. Not by much, but,
I mean, it's a little bit. Hopefully enough to get, well, we already know there's going to be season 3. I was going to say hopefully enough for season 3.
Yeah. I mean, apparently Neil Druckmann is actually going to be directing the last few episodes of season 2.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
That is
his,
fucking awesome.
like it's gonna be his thing now. What he wants to do.
I mean, it is his thing. It's his baby. I mean, partly his baby.
Yeah.
And Hunting too, but still. Last of Us season 2 is a major ratings drop after Joel's heartbreaking death. I mean, yeah, but it's coming back up.
Yeah, but I think even though they figure out why Abby did what she did, people won't forgive her. Because Joel was that important to people.
This is what I'm looking for here, and I don't. This is just a screenshot. This is what I'm looking for. Is this IMDb? Is anyone familiar with what site this is here?
I have no idea.
Metacritic, maybe? It says Metascore.
Yeah, I think it is Metacritic.
Maybe that's where I'm messing up here. I should have had it pulled up before, but still. I mean, everyone knew this death was happening, though. Like,
Yeah, but
why is it a surprise?
okay, it is a bit of a surprise because they didn't really show it in the trailer. And people were thinking that since they didn't show it, because they show most of season 2, that they were going to save it for season 3.
Yeah, and I kind of initially thought when the show, like last season, I thought that they were going to save it for the very end. Like they would bring the flashbacks forward and do a little bit more. I thought they were going to save it for the end.
Yeah,
too.
which personally, I think that's what they should have done for season 2, where it's what I've always said in part 2 in the show. Flesh Joel and Ellie's relationship a bit more. Make them, I guess, come back. Because, you know, in the show, they didn't really fix anything. They still, I guess, were on the edge of each other.
Yeah. And I do feel like a lot of that was that's what I was talking about earlier with Ellie being bratty for the situation.
Yeah.
Like just in general, her being kind of thankless when it comes to her whole life being saved. Like she was not gonna wake up, and she's really shitty about the entire situation.
Yeah. Now, another thing, whenever we talked about, how did you feel about Abby's monologue?
In the very first episode?
Second, when she was talking to Joel in the cabin. When they were about to kill him.
The one thing I wanted, also hello Black Phoenix, the one thing that I wanted they gave me, and that was the line where she says you don't get to rush this.
Yeah,
I thought they did a really fucking good job showing almost how delirious, is that the best word, how like drunk in rage she was, drunk in vengeance, whatever you want to say. I thought they did a really good job with her. It's kind of like a villain monologue. Like it was really well done.
See, I thought they were actually gonna like do it differently, where if Joel actually said something, maybe Abby would have let him go, or if Joel would have, I guess, pleaded.
Don't you think people would have been upset?
I mean, no, because I guess it would have gotten people what they wanted, because in the show it looked like Joel was trying to change from his old ways than the game. Because in the show you got more screen time a bit with Joel than in the game.
You got different screen time, but you got a lot of screen time in the game, in the first one especially.
Yeah.
I think fans, and I mean this in the nicest gatekeepy way possible, fans of 2 would have been beyond livid. I know if they would have let Joel live, I would have rebelled. I would have absolutely been fucking pissed and not finished the show. I would have finished the show.
See,
I would have. But
I think they
I
should
would have
have
been livid.
Yeah, I mean, I do get it from a fan perspective, but I think the fans should also kind of understand a bit that, it just felt rushed in the game. In the show, I feel like they could have saved it either for the theater when it was at the big moment where the switch up happened.
Have that be just instead of Jesse, have it be Joel?
Yeah.
I mean, that I could see how that could work in a sense.
Or have Joel be in a situation where Tommy was and actually have him die there.
Like when they're at the aquarium.
Yeah, or like I said, at the theater where instead of
I think okay, that could have absolutely worked. I don't disagree. I do think there's a way they could have made that work.
Yeah.
But because that's not how the game went, I do think fans that have loved these games for a very long time, and Granddaddy Otaku completely disagrees with me. I don't think people would have been happy. I think what they would have done with that, and this is kind of the way I look at it with Abby too, is they're trying to appeal to an audience that doesn't give a fuck about their game, that doesn't give a fuck about Naughty Dog or Abby or Ellie or the Last of Us series in general. Why appeal to an audience that doesn't like you? Why not appeal to your fans?
Yeah.
But I will give you this. New fans may have been happy. That is a fair point.
Yeah.
New fans may have liked that change, or because maybe they had no idea. Maybe they didn't ever play the game. They could have enjoyed that difference. I get that. But for me personally, as a big fan of both of the games, just the story, the world in general, I would have been like, this is so dramatic right now that I'm going to say this, but it's The Last of Us, so I can say it. I would have been fucking hurt. I know it's ridiculous, but I would have been hurt that they did not follow the story. Like, this is my brain watching this show, right? Because I played the games in its entirety, both games, so many fucking times. As I'm going through the show, I'm going, okay, you go over there. There's you might want to search that. You might want to go over there. You might want to do this. Like, there's a table over there. Go upgrade your gun. Like, I know that world inside and out. I would have been fucking devastated had they not followed the story correctly.
Yeah. And it looked like they were about to change it too, because when the Horde was going in to, I think it was Jackson, I believe, and they were trying to, I guess, change it a bit where Joel has to go back to save his brother. They were trying to, but then later on, it just went back to the cabin.
Yeah, because he was worried about getting there and was unable to. Yeah, so I totally get that, and I do agree with Blue Jay 100% here. This is, it's always been, kind of split in half. It's always been Ellie's story.
I mean, from part 2, yeah, but in part 1, it's been both of theirs.
Who was the story about, though? At the end of the day, who were they transporting? Who was
Ellie.
the person? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Joel's a great fucking character. I love Joel. But it's always been, at the end of the day, about Ellie and about her as a character. And with both games, the first game, they split it in half with Joel. The second game, they split it in half with Abby. So you get other characters.
Yeah.
But I would have been pissed. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I mean,
My dagger would have been in my heart. I would have cried.
Now, going back in season 1, the episode where that chick that got killed by a child clicker that was looking for the two brothers. Do you remember her?
No.
It was the scene where, for the very first time in the show, we saw a bloater come out of the hole.
Okay. Yes, I do.
That actress is actually in Yellow Jackets.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah,
I've heard such good things about that show.
it's really, really good.
I've heard really good things, and I've heard I think someone said it because I liked the Lost Records, right? That I would really enjoy
Yeah,
Yellow Jackets.
yeah, because like I said, it's about survival after it's from a plane crash, and there's some supernatural elements to it a bit, which is
Ooh.
fucking creepy. Like with cults and all that, and
Does
cannibalism.
that show have Elijah Dushku in it?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought so. I know I've seen advertisement for it, but I do want to check it out. So what about this? This is really good criticism that I want to address. Oh wait, before I say that, one thing I do want to say about that this show does better than any show I've ever seen is world building when it comes to comparing the world that they're in to the game, right? Like even down, the scene, I think it was in episode 1 or 2 of the season where they're going in and clearing out, they're with Kat and they go in and they clear out that's the first time they see a stalker.
yeah.
Like they have that area in almost every area set up just like the game. Like
I mean,
down
even-
to the fucking the types of cars.
Yeah. I mean, I think they also actually filmed in during the winter times, which is insane.
Yeah, and it's absolute, like I'm shocked at how good, like when they're in that building, there's a bathroom you can go out the window and then go back into to get some loot, and they had the fucking bathroom there.
Yeah.
Like those fucking tiny details is what makes this show so good. Yes, it was you, Samuel. It's Ella Parnell. Yes, not Elijah Dushku. Okay. But the age thing. So this is one criticism I've seen of the show. It says most like this one right here. They look too young. No one looks near as tired, dirty, or haggard.
Okay. I can defend this thing easily. I've said like you said with who's gonna be playing what's that character's name that Abby saves from the Scars? That is a Scar.
Lev?
No. Yeah, Lev. With what you said about that actor being too old, they could digitally de-age that actor to play that role, but digitally aging is never really a good idea.
Right. It always looks a little off.
I mean, even I don't know if you ever even seen these movies, but Saw, they tried to digitally de-age John Kramer, the main guy behind it all, and all they really did was just gave him a fucking baseball hat, and that was it. There's no effects to make him look younger.
Okay, baseball cap. I guess that's the way to go.
Yeah, and he was like in his 70s.
Oh my god. Hey, fellow kids.
Yeah.
I do think that there's a very clear difference in aging from Last of Us Part 1 to 2.
Yeah.
That is I don't like that they don't look older, but I can at least understand that that's not the end of the world. Like, I would rather see Bella continue her role as Ellie than to recast somebody that looks older just because of an age issue. They don't look haggard as much. But they also have running water. Like there's shit that I can forgive when it comes to that. Like I think Dina looks fucking perfect.
Yeah.
Ellie looks a little young, but she is young.
Yeah. I mean, you can easily tell that like some things have a bit changed, with her hair being longer.
Yes, and I actually think those little changes help sell it.
Yeah.
Like they straightened her hair, it's a little bit longer, she's got it pulled back a little different. Like those little changes help sell.
Yeah.
And I really don't have a huge issue with this. I wouldn't want to see them recast.
Of course not. Of course not.
Samuel said episode 4 is the most review bombed episode yet. 14% on IMDb reviews so far, gave it a 1 out of 10. And that was yesterday. The overall score on audience for Rotten Tomatoes is 47%.
I think we know why. Because of the woke shit.
What woke shit?
It's the lesbian stuff and all that.
Okay, when I was young, lesbians like were cool. Why
Yeah.
is like two hot girls making out used to be like a really cool kind of like thing you didn't see very often, and now it's woke? Like, make it make sense.
I mean, you know, Tyrone Magnus or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
that
he
is.
hates everything woke.
He's
And
annoying. I don't watch him.
and I do for some reason, but he
Masochist. You're a masochist.
yeah, and he hates Thunderbolts even though it's doing very well.
That's actually a little surprising. Why does he hate it? I gotta know.
I think
Because of woke girl boss.
that, and I can't remember why, but he just thinks the writing's bad.
Okay.
The funny jokes wasn't as good, and it just felt boring.
I used to watch that guy when he was sane, and he would react to like Five Nights at Freddy's stuff or
Yeah.
Injustice 2 stuff, like just normal kind of react, because I like some reaction content, right?
Yeah.
And now it's like he reacts to the critical drinker
Oh god.
or Trump. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
I mean, he even hates the Superman movie.
Why? Oh,
Yeah,
if I remember correctly, he's a big Snyder bro, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah, and he also prefers the suit from Man of Steel.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember him being in that Snyder.
I'm sorry, but I still kind of agree with that. I like that suit more.
I mean, yeah, it's just preference. I like
Yeah.
both of them. I like the brighter colors a little bit more. I'm very curious how it's going to do, especially with
There's no marketing really.
not yet. There's some, but yeah, they
We're-
need to
we're
put some
almost
marketing
at
out there.
June. We're almost at June, and just like
Mhm.
none.
They really need to step it up. Like, I've seen more Fantastic Four marketing, I'm not gonna lie.
Like the only marketing really for the movie was seeing the actual dog for Crypto, which is apparently James Gunn's actual dog, just jumping up and down, seeing the dog scene.
I'm
For
so
Crypto.
excited for Crypto though. It's gonna be so cute.
And Tyrone Magnus hates that. He hates how playful Crypto was and beating up Superman.
What?
Yeah, he hates it.
Okay. Oh, that I know what the little scene that they really what? Crypto's so cute. Crypto's gonna steal the show.
It was really funny though.
It was. He's gonna steal the show. And
Yeah.
this is look at this review. Movies. Totally legit name, right? Totally legit. When are they gonna stop pushing political agendas and write decent stories again?
Shit. They even mentioned capitalism in the show.
What? They did?
Yeah.
Wait, what did they mention about capitalism? I must have missed it.
I think it was episode 3 or 4. It was one of the people in Jackson.
Oh, that's weird. Because they don't
Yeah.
have like a they don't would they have a money system, or is it I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's really weird. I must have totally missed that.
Yeah.
I love these reviews. This is some of the most these names are totally legit too, right? Movie Magic 86. These are absolutely not names made by a bot. I'm dropping this season. It's not worth it. The CGI is terrible. Wait, hold on.
There is some CGI.
Okay, but I didn't notice any bad CGI. Did you?
I think a little bit with the bloater, a bit. When
I must have not. I think maybe you're talking about when they were attacking the city, Jackson.
yeah,
Okay. Maybe other than that, I honestly would have to stretch to think of any really bad CGI because I thought they like the stalkers. I thought they did a
They nailed
fantastic
it.
job.
Yeah.
Like it was perfect.
Yeah. I'm just interested to see if they'll do the type of loader that would throw its own thing at you and gas you.
Yes. The gas ones.
Yeah.
The second
'Cause we
season
haven't
of
seen-
the video game was bad. Yeah, okay. This guy's name's Just Jack. Oh my god. The game meant so much to people. Yes. 2 points for Pedro Pascal's performance. Outside of that, this show is absolutely not worth watching. Too many changes from the game. Bella Ramsey is mediocre as Ellie. Okay, there's really not a lot of change. Like, I would be the first to complain about a lot of changes.
I mean, there are some other people, but yeah. Because you defend the game to holy hell.
Like, I would be the first to be like I said I didn't like the attack on Jackson. There was a couple things but there's not too many changes. It's not like they completely rewrote stuff and
I mean, the beginning did kind of change.
With that opening scene with Abby?
Yeah, that was never really in the game.
Okay, but I feel like that was for people to understand that maybe didn't play the game.
Yeah,
right?
and kind of fix the criticism that
Some
she
of the
just
criticism
appeared.
of the original game. Yeah, exactly. To give her side, to show the emotional depth. How many gravestones were there? How many people that actually died? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't think there's
they
too many
deserve it.
changes. Oh,
Sorry.
this is Kratos himself. I didn't know Kratos wrote reviews now. Bad.
I mean,
Kratos
that's something.
thinks it's bad.
I mean, that's something he would say.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. It's all teen drama and revenge plot. Okay, so these aren't real.
I did hear that there was some drama, not like drama as in actors themselves, but I did see that they were trying to focus more on the drama than the violence.
Well, because the violence is at your hands during the game. You're the one doing
In control. Yeah.
exactly. So you get to control that aspect of it. It's a little harder to do in a show form because you have to put kind of a delicate balance in between the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All of it is the same review. This is the same agenda filled, incoherent story. Neil Druckmann already told us in part 2.
Not really.
Preachy agenda. They all say the same things. Do they have a brain of their own? Out of curiosity.
I mean, even I'm a hater of part 2, and I can say,
Yeah, but
for
you
a
gave it
fact-
a chance. There's a difference.
Yeah.
You played the game.
yeah, twice. And
You have criticisms that are real criticisms. You don't go, oh well, pushy agenda. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, like I'm obviously a hater that Joel died. I
For
fucking
sure.
they would save that at the end to make more sense. But
And that's the difference is a lot of people don't actually give it a chance. You at least went out there and give it a chance. I did see this also. Grace Randolph. I don't know the whole story of it. She's not covering it anymore because of the Abby scene.
I think it's because
What did you expect?
honestly, I'm actually kind of curious what she has to say now for that because she's said some weird things.
I mean, she's always said really weird things like
And-
about Sonic, and she's just a weird girl.
And you know what's weird? She was the actual one that said that, oh, the trailer or teaser for Stranger Things season 5 is coming. And
So
I'm like,
she's the leaker.
no. And I'm like, how the fuck are we supposed to believe you after you said that Bowser was a stalker in the Mario movie?
Yeah. I
Or-
love that.
Or
He
how
just-
Gato and Maria's relationship is quote unquote creepy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Again, the same fucking comment from ABC DIGS. Totally real. It's prioritizes LGBTQ.
Oh, God.
Sidelines the original story for 2 lesbian characters.
Not true.
That is part of the original story. This is what I don't get. It's all the same thing over and over again. Review
Yeah.
bombs happen all the time. They don't at this point it's just like you expect them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't care. I'm enjoying it for what it is.
Yeah.
I really like it. I really think they did like that scene I will watch over and over again. The Take On Me scene. It is
Man.
oh my heart.
Part 3 is going to be the biggest one to see if fans will stay or not.
The next episode will be day 2. So we'll get to see Nora, right?
I think so, yeah.
Hell yeah. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna go. You said about season 3, but what are they gonna do? There's no other game to follow.
Season 3 being like the rest of part 2.
Yeah, but that's gonna have to be it. Like it's gonna have to be over after that.
Yeah.
Unless Neil Drunkman.
There's
I know you want to give us another game.
no.
Give us another game.
There's no reason for part 3.
Yes, there is. Lev and Abby
Yeah,
and
but
that new people they introduced at the end, that new faction.
okay. But instead of that, just do a DLC. Like how
I
they
mean,
did for
I would be
for part
okay with
1
that. Just something, yeah.
for closure, because I really don't think that there's any reason to do a part 3.
I mean, I would love it. I would be okay if it didn't happen, obviously, but I think they're focusing more on the Intergalactic, the new story. Either way, I'm happy with it. Raymond said anti-woke content creators have dumbed down media literacy, basically.
I mean, there's this person I watched named Cody Leach. He reviews it and he does not care. So I don't know
Does
what
not care about what.
about the politics or.
Oh yeah,
LGBT.
most people don't. Literally, most people don't.
Yeah. Because
It's just the same regurgitation of buzzwords over and over again.
yeah, I'm just waiting for Melanie Mackey to fucking say some
Oh
shit.
God, she's gonna say the world is flat or something.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Fucking Hooded said after this stream, I'm gonna have to go outside and scream. Okay, to be fair, when the season's over, we're all gonna come together and talk about it. So you can scream then also.
I'm waiting for what they have to fucking say.
Oh my God.
Because I went easy this time. For the Invincible one,
fair.
for the Invincible one, I have a lot of things to say.
It's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna be fun. All right, guys, we are gonna wrap up today. We're gonna be playing some Rivals tonight. That should be super fun. Thank you so much, Todd. We'll be doing this every week, and then we're gonna definitely have a stream at the end with all of us.
All right.
Sound good?
Yep.
All right, everybody have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.